In this video, I am going to show you how to get started with BricsCAD. So first of all, you have to know how to select the template file. So before I could start with the template file, I would like to give you a brief about what is a template or why should you use a template. So templates have the standards of your drawing. So all your drafting standards are into the templates. So what are the standards? So template comes with a preset of plot styles, layers, blocks, text styles, dimension styles, and more. Efficiency is also gained through a template file because there is no need to set up your file. Always remember, a template file has the extension of .dwt. Okay, let me show you a demo on the setting of the or opening with a template file with BricsCAD. So whenever you open BricsCAD, you always have a default file open. So here I have a default file open which is drawing 11. So it depends on whichever file you start with. So when I started with the first file, it was drawing 1. Okay, so let me close this file. So I go to window, I say close. I don't save it. Okay, now let me get started by saying selecting the new wizard. So in the new wizard, I have around 6 sub options. So first of all, I have load working set. So a load working set helps me in loading a number of files or more than one file which is saved as a working set at the same time. So I have, say, load working set. I select load working set. I say next. Then I select the option load working set. So this is already a previously saved working set. And then I say next. And here I have a list of my working sets. So working sets can be used on project based. So here I have the option. I have my working set as project 1. Ground floor all. I select this option. I say finish. So you could see BricsCAD opens all my files which are saved in the working set. So when I switch on to the Windows pull down, I have 4 files opened so that I can refer them at the same time or go through one by the other and work on it. So I have the key plan. I have the ground floor plan which is having the plan. I have the plumbing, I have the columns and beams. So this is a working set. So working sets help you to open the drawings which you do not have to remember where you have saved them and what is the drawing you have to open. It saves time. So let me say close all. Let us go to the second option. So here in the second option I have open drawing. So this helps me in opening an existing drawing. So when I say finish, I could select my existing drawing and say open. So my third option is start from scratch. So when I say start from scratch helps me to select my working space. So working space means in which environment I'm going to work. Am I going to work in a 2D drafting or a 3D modeling environment? Also, it gives me an option to select my units. So I could select my imperial units, which is feet and inches, or I could select my metric units. Okay, let us come to the next option, which is the fourth option. So in the fourth option, I have start from template. So in the PowerPoint, as I explained what a template does. So a template is a file which has an extension of .dwt, which has all the preset of your plot styles, text styles, dimension styles, and all your drawing standards. Okay, so here a template file can be saved as a DWT. In the future videos, I will show you how to, you can refer my video on the creating of a template file. So I say start from a template, next, and as you see here, I have a list of template files displayed. So I could select my, I say my decimal template.dwt. select my template file, and also I have an option to use the selected template file as a default file. So coming back here, I have another option here, the fifth option, which says start from a default template. So using the start from template and I say next, this option helps me to set this as a default template, which will work through the start from default template option. So I say start from template, next, I select my template file and say finish. Okay, let me start this drawing. I say finish, and just to check, I go on to the settings, and here I have an option where I could select my template. So you could type here templates and use your bottom arrow, next arrow. So this moves to the template option. So here if you see, I have my template. The template which I selected for this particular drawing is my decimal template, which has already been set to through the template variable as default. Okay, let us come to the next option. So I have the fifth option as start from default template. So as I told you, the template which I selected from the previous option has been set as the default template by checking the box, use the selected template as default. So here let me select start from default template and say finish. So as you see, this is my template which has been selected from my decimal.dwt. Okay, coming to the last option. So always remember, here I have only 4 options because there is always a drawing open. Okay, so let me close this drawing. When you do not have any drawing open, you will get 6 sub options displayed. So here, coming to the last option, which is the 6th option, I have user wizard. So in the user wizard, you have the user wizard helps you create a new drawing by setting the measurement, linear measurements, angular measurements, plot style configuration or plot configuration, and other base settings. So let us move through this. So I say next, and as you see, first you have to define your workspace. So here I use a 2D drafting or a 3D modeling workspace. So I select 2D drafting. So what is the units I'm going to use? So I'm going to use metric, and here I have an option to select my linear units of measurement, which is decimal, and also I have an option to select my precision for the units. So I could select, here I select 0.00, so I want 2 decimal precision. So I say next, and here I would select my angular units of measurement, which is decimal degrees, and also I have my precision, which is 0.00, 2 decimals. And moving on, I have the plot style. So when I'm going to plot this drawing, do I require it to use the color tables or the style tables? So I have the color tables and the style table option. So here I'm going to use the color dependent CTB style table, and then I have my basic settings, which are the UCS icon on. So I could have my UCS icon on, I could switch on my grid, my snap, or the markup blips. Also, I could also set my line type, my basic line type when I start drawing, and also my basic color. And so I could say here, I say here finish. So this will give you a brief idea of how to start with your new template. And thanks for watching. Bye bye.